Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is part 2 of how to write chemical equations. The first part we were looking at reaction of acids with metal. This activity we are going to look at reaction of acids with bases, and we'll start with a small experiment and then write the chemical equations. So keep watching for the activity and for the equations. We have done the practical part of it by reacting sodium hydroxide with the acid. So sodium hydroxide reacted with hydrochloric acid gives us products, and we say when we are naming the salt, the first part comes is a metal, and in this case it's going to come from sodium hydroxide. So we are going to have sodium, and the second part of the salt we said is named from the acid. So the second part comes from hydrochloric, and we said we consider the chloric part, so we get sodium chloride plus water. That is the word equation for it. If you were to write the chemical equation, it would be sodium hydroxide using the symbols plus hydrochloric acid. You are going to form from the metal, we get sodium, and from the acid we get the chloride plus water. We have several examples of bases. We have metal oxides, we have metal hydroxides, and ammonia solution. These are all bases. So whichever you use, if you use a metal oxide, if you use a metal hydroxide or ammonia solution, the three of them are bases. So let us use, for example, an example of metal oxide and react it with something like hydrochloric acid. So let's say, for example, we use zinc oxide plus hydrochloric acid. We are going to get a salt, and remember when you are naming the salt, we say the second name is from the acid, and the first name, which is a metal, will come from the other product. So the other product in this is zinc oxide, and the metal part is zinc. And then we get the second part of the salt from this hydrochloric, the chloric part, so zinc chloride plus water. And this is the word equation. The chemical equation for this is zinc oxide plus hydrochloric acid would give us zinc chloride, and zinc has a valency of 2 chlorine 1, so they interchange the valencies, so we get 2 plus water. Something to note is that this salt, these products, the salt and the water, are neutral products, meaning when we react a base and an acid, we get neutral products. And for this reason, we call this process is called neutralization, because we are neutralizing the base by reacting it with an acid, and you end up forming neutral products. So any other example you choose to use, you just follow the general equation, which was a base reacted with an acid would give you, that is, a base reacted with an acid would give you a salt plus water. So using that general equation, you can be able to write any chemical equation.